life with you, not with me. Don't come looking for me. I'm safe. I'm fine.
Welcome everybody to Native Thoughts. As you heard, a little serious dark movie. Abigail Breslin as the voiceover, the preview for the trailer, whatever. Starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Abigail Breslin, and I don't know who else stars it. I didn't recognize anybody else. But in Maggie, in a little indie Maggie. In the movie called Maggie, a zombie movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Who knew? Some indie movies, Arnold, which is a good actor. He's an okay guy. He's not doing no. He's actually he works with what he has at the moment. He keeps himself busy. He know he can't be the governor anymore. But Maggie is about Abigail Breslin, who title character Maggie goes out into the city, but the city is an apocalyptic future. There are zombies running around. However, there is zombies running around, but it still is a law. There is still people. There's still doctors. There is still policemen. There is still lawyers. Whatever, you know. It's minimal. Not a lot. It's the population went down there. And what do you do if you get bit? She gets bit. Well, if you she whoever gets bit must get quarantined, but they could go with their family for a while. And then on that day, you could take her to quarantine. She gets a little cocktail shot, and boom, she dies. But it's painful, supposedly they say. And Arnold Schwarzenegger is a father, it's just a little farmer dad who just tries to do his best for his daughter, for his little kids that he has also from his wife, his second wife, from the first wife passing away. And it's one of those movies where it's like, okay, Arnold's doing something small. I want to see this. Is an Oscar winner? No. Abigail Breslin, Little Miss Sunshine. If she does gay, she still looks like Little Miss Sunshine as a little girl. Here's the thing about the movie. I don't want to give away too much because here's the thing. It's hard to give away too much because the movie is what it is just by watching the preview. It's very limited. This movie is so limited what it's doing. You know, it has a limit production. It has a limit acting. It has a limit storytelling, in which it has simple stuff and is gonna work it throughout the whole hour and a half or almost 2 hours future film. Arnold Schwarzenegger is limited for what he does. You know, they try his best not to give him so many lines because knowing that he has a little accent, and when he does talk, he doesn't have a full accent. I want to say it's the first time I ever seen Arnold without being the Dominator. When I can't fucking do an Arnold. There we go. Without being too much of an Arnold typical, he tries his best to lower his voice to not sound like too much Arnold, but it does come out because he's Arnold. Um, Another Abigail Breslin works with the very little she has. You know, I feel like Abigail Breslin is that she started so little that now that she's like the age of Chloe Grace Moretz or Shailene Woodley or uh, Jennifer Lawrence, that she doesn't outshine from like bigger than that. She's always stays very limited to a small character. She still looks like a little girl. She's very limited what she has, acting like a little teenage girl. You know, trying her best to, you know, she's disobedient because she misses her family, her mom, and she gets bit. You know, she has to live with that. And then you also have the direction. The direction is very slow paced. There's time where it wants to be like a Terrence Malick or Lars von Trier, but it's very limited. So it takes like I can't be that indie. So I'll just look at, you know, put some nice scenery, you know, of the field burning, the city looking really. Think of the city of Walking Dead, the whole Detroit, like I think it's Detroit, yeah. And then you also have the limit of the storytelling, which is a basic story. But however, it's a great concept of the story. The concept of the story is pretty much, you know, you could be with your family. They have a long, I mean, typical zombie movies, a typical zombie show. You get bit, you have like 5 minutes, an hour, hour and a half, boom, you turn. They have like a whole week to turn. And the doctors tell you, you could take them. You could take them home. So bring them back for quarantine. You're gonna have losing appetite. You're gonna have losing vision. You're gonna have limbs getting loose. You know, you're gonna have your bite, your vein gonna look like your veins are gonna look black. Your blood's gonna look black. Then you lose appetite. You get your appetite. Once it's that back, you want to eat humans or you want to eat meat, raw meat. It's full on, you know, zombies. And there are some. I mean, the movie does show you some zombie kills. Arnold kills about a couple of zombies in this film, and it shows you that you can't be safe because you can live in the woods, you can still see them zombies a mile away, and it's kind of against the law if you just kill zombies out of nowhere, you know? You can't have to call the cops for it. That's what I say. You still have a law, you still have boundaries that you can't do. It's very limited with that. And do I say it's a good movie? It's an okay movie. However, I do feel like it could have been the pace a little bit more, you know, because it was a slow movie. It's a first time director, which I think is an okay first time director. It's an okay movie. He's going to have, imagine that, you're going to have a, a, a resume saying you did a zombie movie, indie zombie movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Great resume. I think that's perfect. But however, like I said, it is a limited movie. It's not a whole lot of um of action. It's more talking. It's more Arnold just glancing out to the scene, looking gritty, which I think he's transformed himself good. And he looks like a lumberjack type of guy, wearing thermal sweaters, then a flannel, then khakis, then boots, then fucking lumberjack type of beard. Which he really looked like he was committed to this role, but he also knew, it's very limited. Let me tone it back. I can't be all actiony. I have to pace myself down. And I think it's an okay movie. Isn't the best movie of the year? No, it's a weird movie of the year. It's kind of weird because the whole concept of the whole zombie, that it took a different concept of the zombie. It's just like Warm Bodies did, but that was a comedy. This is more of a serious movie, and I think that's when you're gonna reinvent something, reinvent it in a cool way, and they reinvent it in a cool way. However, the movie is a small movie. You can see sometimes production value is very small, but you also see sometimes that the production I kind of feel like the color scheme could have been different. It was all gray, dark, black. It looked like it was always foggy. It looks like it was always rainy, and it adds a nice scenery, but it does make it some dark in the dark scene. A little bit of sunlight would have been great. But that's all I have to say about Maggie. What do I have to say? Uh, Redbox. Netflix. Watch on Netflix. If it's, I hope it's on Netflix. They have some couple other movies like The Last Stand, I believe. Total Recall, I believe. Those movies. Put Maggie on Netflix. Add us to the next line of his movies, of his criteria, especially his new criteria. But that's all I have to say about Maggie. It's an okay movie. It's not that great, but it's very limited what it has. It's a small set of tone movie. It's a small set of film, small location. It's always going to be in that small location that looks like just built real quick and filmed it. That's all I have to say about Maggie. Check it out. Watch it on Netflix. That's all I have to say. But if you are watching this on YouTube, you could listen to the same audio that you're watching on YouTube, the same one I'm talking to the screen on SoundCloud. And if you're listening to this same audio that I'm talking to the earphones, to the jack, or speaker, whatever, you can watch it on YouTube. I'm talking to a lens, everybody's fine. And go watch my reviews. Go subscribe, go like, watch Alex Avengers. I like that movie a lot. Watch Maggie on Netflix. Watch Just Before I Go on Netflix. Watch Avenger. And hopefully you watch Mad Max in the upcoming weeks. I feel like I'm drawing a lot. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good